I think he's talking about 307.
Okay, so what about Arizona? You gave up 260. You gave up 261 to Arizona and 38 points.
Yep.
Okay, what about Washington? You gave up 208 and 25 points. So you might repeat those, but you ain't gonna repeat Cleveland. You called L's in all of them.
Yeah, but you called hell against Cleveland because it was 307. You gave up 3 bills.
Well, if Arizona hadn't called the dogs off you, you'd have gave up 400 against them. You remember it was 38-0 like midway through the third quarter.
I mean, Kyler could have run for 200 himself.
Exactly.
Right?
Skip, look. The thing is that when you play Minnesota, is that you're going to have to play your keys for the entirety of the game. Because if you think they're going to be deterred by not running the football because you stop them in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, you're sadly mistaken.
Yep.
And Chicago, Dalvin Cook had 30 rush attempts. He only had 96 yards, but it just shows they are committed to running the football.
That's only 3.2 yards per try.
But guess what? That play action was wide open because you got to sell out to stop it. So the question is, Cowboys, are you willing to sell out to stop the run and make yourself vulnerable because they're gonna run the boot on you? Because we want to minimize Kurt, Skip. So the thing is, if I'm the Cowboys, I'm saying, you know what? I want the ball in your hands. Just like Pat Peterson said, I want Andy Dalton to beat us. You gotta say, I want First Cousins to beat us. Because if you let them run the football, you're not beating them. Because I want to minimize. Cool wants to minimize Kirk Cousins' involvement in winning ball games. So we're gonna run the boot, Skip. So we're gonna take the flat. We're gonna take the over to the comeback.
Off play action.
Off play.
Yeah.
So what you gonna do? We're not gonna have a repeat. Bro, y'all won 2 games. You should repeat. So what about those other 7, Skip? That's only 1. So what about them other 6? You gonna have a repeat of those? Come on, D-Law, bro. Y'all need to get y'all act together. That's what you need to do. You need Jesus in your life. Y'all need help. So whatever y'all got going on, whatever's not going to happen, you're playing, we're going to give this defense, I heard, Skip, we're going to give this defense a chance. We got rid of all those malcontents. We got those bad apples out of there.
Yep.
Still catching nails. And you're going to catch one on Sunday, too.
Should have beaten the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No, you should not have.
Not lost a single game.
Hold on, what you mean y'all should have lost a single game?
The Pittsburgh Steelers have not lost.
Oh, yeah.
And they should have lost one at Jerry World 2 Sundays ago.
It'd have been so disappointing that y'all hung a loss on them.
I must say, I loved what D-Law said. And I've learned to love what he might say before a very tough game, because remember what happened near the end of the 2018 season when Drew Brees visited on a Thursday night at Jerry World? And D-Law laid down the law about Drew Brees before the game started. He ain't coming into our house and doing Drew Brees things, right?
Yeah.
They shut him down.
They did.
And then they went into the playoff game against the #1 rush attack in pro football from Seattle, and they shut it down. You remember that?
I remember that. Y'all got lucky.
And what was happening at that point, we had a new dynamic duo at linebacker. We had Jalen Smith and we had Leighton Vander Esch because they could run sideline to sideline. Now, they proceeded to get run off the field out here in Southern California
exactly.
at the Coliseum.
So what happened in that
I don't know. I can't explain it. I don't know.
73.
But in the first half, they gave up 200. So I don't know what happened. Little C.J.
Anderson.
Okay. But the point is, my team is actually trending in the right direction here, because after 261 that you talked about on Monday night to Arizona, it went down to 208 at Washington. So that's improvement.
They went down 6
yards. And then it went way down to 119 at Philadelphia. That's showing some signs of life.
Yeah.
And then it went all the way down to only 46 yards from the Pittsburgh Steelers at Jerry World in a game my team should have won, and it got stolen from them by 3 calls in the second half by the referee.
Skip, you do realize Pittsburgh is one of the worst rushing teams in all of football.
They rank 24th, but it's progress. It's a start. It is a start. And I am here to tell you that the biggest difference is that the dynamic duo of 2018 has now become the dynamic uno, as in one, as in Wolf Hunter, as in Leighton Vander Esch has come back for those games.
Yes.
And they're trending up, actually going north here in holding teams down, because Leighton Vander Esch is really, really good. I underestimated the impact of his loss. Remember, he broke his collarbone. It was the first game of the year. And then all of a sudden, they go south, south, south. Okay? What do you see in Jalen Smith? You see sort of chicken with his head cut off, running all over the field, like wrong place, wrong time. Every time I looked up against Pittsburgh, Leighton Vander Esch was in some hole stopping somebody. So I trust this defense a lot more because Jerry did something that I did not see coming. He cut all 8 of the free agents. He got rid of all 8 of the free agents, some by trade, but that he signed in the offseason to bolster the defense, to bring experience and some credibility to the defense. They mutinied on Mike Nolan. So Jerry said, I'm siding with Mike Nolan. And he got rid of every one of them. I did not agree with that. I thought Mike Nolan was the problem. But at least the players who are left are buying into Mike Nolan now, and they're actually trying, in the spirit of how the defense needs to be run, they're trying to do it the way he wants it done.
The last 2 weeks, D-Law has shown he's the best player on the defense.
I agree.
So I like the way he's been playing. Now, he's trending up. I don't like what he said. Oh, what happened in Cleveland won't happen again. Bro, y'all gave up 260 and 204 against 2 teams after that.
Yep, okay, you got me. But I saw signs of life. Even Pittsburgh ranked 24th in rushing. If you hold him to 46 yards, that's saying something.
Well, hold Minnesota to 46.
Okay, well, you can't. He's the leading rusher.
Okay,
he averaged 119 a game.
Yep.
Okay, but I look back at his game log and I say, well, wait a second. You just pointed out the Bears held him to 96 on 30 carries. And then in game number 1, the Packers held him to 50, and then they got run off the field in Lambeau. But the Colts held him at Colts to 63, and at Seattle, they held him to 65. So he's human. You can at least curtail it where you can stay on the field. And I expect that I don't think he's going to go for 200 yards against them.
No, but here's the thing, Skip, is that what they have is that rookie receiver, Jefferson. Skip, he's phenomenal.
Stud.
And they got Adam Thielen, who's better than you think. And every time you look around, they underestimate it. You look at it, he got the ball in the end zone.
I got it.
And so you got your work cut out for him.
Okay.
And Kyle Rudolph, he still make plays. Hey, he's not the swiftest guy, but he still can make plays.
And yet, Nick Foles had a horrible night on Monday night, and yet he made one throw that should have been caught. I thought it would have been a really good catch, but it should have been caught. And if he makes the catch, we're having a different conversation. They would have won the game on one Magic Man throw at the end of the game.
Skip, I keep telling you, you keep having hopes.
And the ESPN broadcasters, they all agreed that ball should have been caught.
Which one? The one he threw behind the guy?
No, he threw it over his head. It's right there. Anthony Miller should have just sold out.
He did.
Yeah, he did not.
Skip.
That's for the game. That's 4th and whatever it was. We'll go look at it.
I saw it.
Okay, well, I'm just saying it came to that for the Vikings to survive at Soldier Field. I know it's a black and blue division game. It's a tough game.
Yes.
And they were knocking each other crazy. You know, it's very physical. But now you're coming off a very physical game against a patsy Dallas Cowboy team. I don't know. Would I bet on 7? They get 7.
Weren't y'all on the bye? Y'all came off the bye. Y'all should be fresh, chomping at the bit.
We got pep in our step. That's what my coach said. Pep in our step.
Really?
And it's because they know they're only a game back in the win column in the worst division in the history of football.
But y'all not playing the best. The Giants are playing the actual team that's playing the best are the Giants.
I will give you that. We beat the Giants thanks to Andy Dalton, who is back.
But y'all lost to the team that's trending downward, the Eagles and the Washington football team.
Okay. Well, now we get all 3 of them one more time, and 2 of them are at Jerry World. So I'd say we're in the catbird seat.
No, you're not in no catbird seat.
We don't have to win this game Sunday, and I doubt we will. I wouldn't bet a penny on it. I wouldn't bet a drop a do on it.
First of all, y'all let them have bucket seats in your car. You got a bench seat, and they hadn't made bench seats in cars. And you remember when we were in the 70s, 80s, they had the bench seat, no bucket seat. Y'all want a bench seat. So it's crowded in that bull jive division. But y'all not playing the best, and y'all not gonna win that division. I know you're getting your hopes up. Because what you think, my coach say we got a pep in our step. Whatever.
Pep in your step
you ain't got
like
no
a Minnesota thing to say. That's why it makes me laugh every time, because that's definitely what my parents would have said growing up.
Dalvin Cook, do you think he'll go for 200?
Nah.
Okay, I'll bet you 5 cases he doesn't go for 200 yards.
Skip, bet me 5 cases y'all don't win.
Okay, look what happens. My defense